Hey, Celtics fans. Today we're breaking down everything you need to know about the Boston Celtics' latest performance and what it means for the team moving forward. After a matchup that felt like a warm-up at times, the Celtics came out and made a statement, showing flashes of dominance that remind everyone why this team has the potential to be one of the top squads in the league. The victory against the Memphis Grizzlies might not have been against a powerhouse, but it served a very specific purpose: building confidence, reinforcing roles, and reminding players how to execute effectively on the court. It's easy to overlook games against weaker opponents, but these moments can often be the glue that holds a season together, offering small but essential victories that help the team regain its rhythm. Watching the Celtics run through the game, you could see that some of the shots that had been missing in previous games were finally falling. Players like Peyton Pritchard and Derek White, who had struggled early in the season, suddenly looked like themselves again. It wasn't about scoring against a weak team. It was about regaining a sense of normalcy and reminding everyone on the roster that they can perform at a high level. Confidence is often undervalued, but it's an essential component of any successful basketball team, and wins like this provide a much-needed mental boost. It's like giving a player a little candy, a small reward that reinforces good habits and reminds them that hard work pays off. Even if the win didn't tell us anything about the Celtics' ceiling, it reminded the players that they still have the tools, skills, and mindset necessary to compete. The way the Celtics approached the game also highlighted the importance of executing fundamental strategies. Whether it was through pick-and-roll plays or defensive rotations, the team showed moments of cohesion that could translate to more challenging matchups later in the season. Nimishkata, for instance, was more involved in the short roll than in previous games, and although he still has room for improvement in controlling his body and timing his decisions, the growth is evident. His ability to read the floor and make precise passes has improved, and when given the right opportunities, he can now become a real offensive threat. The Celtics coaching staff seems to be exploring ways to integrate him more effectively into the offense, which could pay dividends not only in the short term, but also in setting up the team for future success. The key for Kata is learning to control momentum, understand spacing, and consistently make the right decisions in high-pressure situations. Looking at the overall flow of the game, it's clear that even easy wins have strategic value. Against a team like the Grizzlies, the Celtics could focus on refining offensive reads, testing rotations, and reinforcing the fundamentals that often get tested against more competitive teams. The short roll action, in particular, has been an area where the Celtics can create separation and open passing lanes. If Kata can master these elements, the team gains another dimension to its offense, making it harder for opponents to predict and defend. Watching the evolution of players like Kata is fascinating because it's not just about immediate results. It's about cultivating the right habits and understanding, which can pay off later in the season when games are tighter and defenses are more sophisticated. Confidence, in many ways, is the underlying theme here. Players who have been missing shots or struggling with consistency now have a touchstone to remind them that their skills are intact. Sometimes a simple game, a straightforward victory, or even a small personal milestone, like getting a haircut or making a previously missed shot, can shift the mental state of a player. It's those little moments that, when combined, form the backbone of a team's psychological resilience. For the Celtics, this recent win wasn't just another check in the standings. It was a reminder that they can regain rhythm, sharpen execution, and build momentum for more challenging contests ahead. Beyond individual confidence, the team as a whole benefits from wins like this. The Celtics now have a chance to step into their next few games with a positive lens, understanding what works and identifying what still needs improvement. The breaks between games become opportunities for reflection, strategy adjustment, and fine-tuning. It's not about entering a false sense of overconfidence. It's about using the victory as a tool for learning and growth. Players can revisit film, practice shooting, and examine the intricacies of both offense and defense without the added pressure of a losing streak. These moments create space for development, allowing the team to approach future matchups with clarity and renewed energy. The ability to balance confidence with critical self-assessment is what separates good teams from great ones, and the Celtics are demonstrating that balance in subtle ways. Another key aspect to highlight is how this game reinforced the importance of role players and the development of newer pieces on a roster. Players who may not typically be the stars of the show, like Kata or Jordan Walsh, now have tangible evidence that their contributions matter. Every pass, cut, and defensive rotation can influence the team's ability to execute efficiently. The Celtics system rewards players who understand spacing, timing, and decision-making, and seeing these elements come together, even against a less formidable opponent, lays the foundation for more complex offensive schemes later. Development is cumulative, and integrating these lessons now sets the team up for stronger performances when the competition ramps up. The Celtics' offense in this game also highlighted the balance between easy points and structured execution. Easy opportunities like open layups, dunks, and high-percentage shots are invaluable for building confidence and maintaining momentum, but they also serve as a training ground for learning how to navigate defensive schemes. Kata's progression exemplifies this duality. He's learning to create and recognize high-quality opportunities while also adjusting his movement, timing, and decision-making. The more comfortable players become in these scenarios, the more natural their execution will feel when facing elite competition. This blend of confidence building and tactical refinement is what makes even seemingly simple games crucial to a team's development. Watching the Celtics navigate this matchup, it's also evident that maintaining a positive mindset and composure is critical. Wins against weaker opponents don't necessarily define a team, but they offer a reset, a chance to shake off previous struggles, reinforce team chemistry, and recalibrate expectations. Players like White and Pritchard benefit from seeing the ball go in the basket, even if it's against a less competitive team, because it reminds them of their capabilities and reignites their confidence. That mental edge, often underestimated, becomes a driving factor in their ability to handle adversity later in the season. It's about restoring a sense of normalcy and comfort in their own abilities, which then translates to better decision-making and execution under pressure. In addition to individual and team confidence, this type of game allows the Celtics to experiment subtly with offensive schemes and player rotations. The short roll, off-ball movement, and timing of screens are all elements that can be fine-tuned without the stress of a high-stakes environment. Kata's role in particular shows promise, as his improved passing and spatial awareness suggest that he could become a versatile contributor in multiple offensive scenarios. The more he is integrated effectively, the more the team can diversify its attack, keeping opponents off balance and creating higher percentage opportunities. These incremental improvements, built on games like this, often compound over the course of a season, leading to more cohesive and efficient team play when it matters most. Now, looking ahead, the Celtics' next challenge is about translating these lessons into consistency against tougher opponents. Wins like the one over Memphis give players a reset, but the real test comes when the defense is faster, stronger, and more aggressive. Teams that can pressure the ball, rotate quickly, and contest shots will expose every minor flaw, from timing mistakes to overcommitments on screens. This is where the development of players like Nimish Kata becomes crucial. The progress he's made in reading defenses and finding open teammates is encouraging, but refining his body control and decision-making under pressure will be what separates good contributions from game-changing ones. If he can manage his momentum better on the short roll, make quicker passes, and recognize where the next threat is before it fully develops, the Celtics unlock a much more dynamic offense that keeps defenses on their heels. Jordan Walsh has also emerged as a fascinating component of the Celtics rotation. He's showing flashes of the versatility the team needs in its wings, moving seamlessly between shooting guard or forward positions depending on matchups. While consistency remains a question, his ability to impact both ends of the floor is undeniable. Whether it's crashing the boards, running the floor in transition, or cutting into the paint for an open look, Walsh brings energy and athleticism that can ignite stretches of the game and keep opponents on edge. The key for him, like Kata, is finding that balance between aggression and control. He needs to take smart shots, make the right reads, and understand how to operate within the flow of the team system. If Walsh can maintain this trajectory, he could be a hidden weapon in matchups that require both defensive versatility and offensive creativity. One of the most interesting aspects of the Celtics' development this season is how the coaching staff is experimenting with offensive spacing and pick-and-roll variations. The short roll, when executed properly, allows bigs like Kata to make quick decisions that open passing lanes, create mismatches, or allow perimeter players to exploit defensive gaps. It's not just about scoring in isolation. It's about generating options and making the defense accountable on every possession. The more the Celtics can refine these elements, the more seamless their execution will appear, even against teams that apply intense defensive pressure. Watching these adjustments unfold in real time provides a window into how the team is building a more intelligent, adaptable offense that can thrive under multiple styles of defense. Another area where the team has shown growth is in managing confidence and momentum over the course of a game. Early in the season, players were prone to overreacting after missed shots or defensive lapses, which sometimes snowballed into larger stretches of underperformance. Wins like the one against Memphis give players a mental reminder that they can trust their abilities, even when things aren't going perfectly. It's about creating a sense of internal stability, knowing that missed shots or mistakes are not catastrophic, and that executing fundamentals consistently will yield positive results. That psychological resilience is often invisible in box scores, but it's a crucial ingredient for teams aiming to compete deep into the playoffs. Players like Derek White and Peyton Pritchard benefit from these moments, and it allows the team to operate with a steadier hand in high-pressure situations. The Celtics' defensive approach also deserves attention. While the offense can sometimes steal the spotlight, maintaining discipline on the defensive end has been an ongoing priority. The team has demonstrated an ability to rotate quickly, contest shots without overcommitting, and communicate effectively in transition. When paired with offensive improvements, this creates a more balanced team that is capable of executing at a high level on both ends of the court. Individual development, such as Kata learning how to position his body during screens and controlling his momentum, directly contributes to this balance. Each adjustment, however small, compounds over time, helping the Celtics maintain an edge in tight contests and reducing the likelihood of lapses against stronger opponents. What's particularly encouraging is how the Celtics are fostering growth in younger players while integrating them into key moments of games. It's not just about putting them on the floor. It's about giving them meaningful opportunities to make decisions, read the defense, and contribute in ways that influence the game's outcome. This approach pays dividends in the long term because it develops basketball intelligence alongside raw skill. Kata and Walsh are prime examples. Their minutes on the court aren't merely for experience. They're calculated opportunities for both learning and production. The coaching staff's ability to balance teaching moments with competitive expectations will define how deep these players can develop within the Celtics system. At the same time, the team is learning to embrace the nuances of rhythm and flow. Games against less challenging opponents allow for experimentation, but the Celtics are also recognizing the importance of execution under pressure. Every pass, cut, and screen has a purpose, and developing an instinctive understanding of spacing and timing is essential. Players who master this can make quicker decisions, reduce turnovers, and create higher quality scoring opportunities. Watching the team grow in this area is like watching a machine fine-tune itself. Each adjustment makes the whole more efficient, more fluid, and more adaptable to adversity. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. The NBA world is buzzing with disbelief after whispers began circulating that Kevin Durant has agreed to a lightning-fast deal with the Boston Celtics. What started as quiet chatter among league insiders has exploded into one of the most shocking developments in recent memory. Sources close to the situation suggest that discussions between Durant's camp and the Celtics escalated rapidly, catching even seasoned analysts off guard. Durant, known for his measured approach to major career decisions, reportedly made this move in record time, leaving many wondering what exactly convinced him to make the leap. Was it the allure of Boston's championship pedigree, the chance to play alongside Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? Or perhaps a deeper desire to rewrite his legacy in a city that reveres basketball history? While official confirmation remains elusive, multiple insiders claim that Durant's signature on the dotted line is all but certain. Some even report that the Celtics front office has been working behind closed doors for weeks, laying the groundwork for a blockbuster announcement that could reshape the balance of power in the Eastern Conference. Fans have already begun to react online, with social media ablaze over the idea of Durant donning the iconic green and white. Memes, disbelief, and cautious optimism have flooded every corner of the internet. The move, if true, would instantly make Boston a title favorite and reignite debates about super teams and the future of parity in the league. This potential union raises countless questions. How will Tatum and Durant share the spotlight? Will the Celtics adjust their system to accommodate one of the most prolific scorers in basketball history? And what will this mean for the rivals who've spent years trying to keep Boston from returning to dominance? For now, the rumor mill spins at full speed, and the basketball world waits for an official word. Whether this is the dawn of a new Boston dynasty or just another fleeting NBA mirage, one thing is certain. Kevin Durant's name is once again at the center of a storm that shows no sign of slowing down. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.